Hey, welcome to my presentation about Harlan Sanders, the life and legacy of the KFC pioneer. Today I'll be talking about the life and legacy of Colonel Sanders, one of my favorite restaurants to eat for my fast food comforts. This is this Simon. I'm going to tell you the story and a little bit about Colonel Harlan Sanders and who he was and what he actually did with his life that many people might not really know about him. I'm going to delve into a couple of details about Harlan Sanders. So let's begin. Believe it or not, people, Sanders was not born in Kentucky. In fact, he was born in Henryville, Indiana in September 9th, 1890. What a shocking factor, though. But you didn't expect that, did you? Ooh, awkward. Well, he was the oldest of three children by Wilbur David and Margaret Ann Dudley Sanders. His father was a mild-mannered and affectionate man who worked at his 80-acre farm until he broke his leg after a fall. He then worked as a butcher in Henryville for about 2 years. He was actually a very religious man, and his mother actually instilled in him, actually telling Sanders strict rules about going against alcohol, tobacco, gambling, and whistling in church. It's a rule in my house too. Mom's very religious. Well, believe it or not, KFC was not the only thing that Sanders did. It wasn't even the first thing Sanders did. He also, in his youth, had jobs as a streetcar conductor, a fireman, a insurance salesman, railroad laborer, United States Army, and a secretary as well. Yeah, his familiar life was it was actually a regular familiar life. He was actually married twice to Candace Price and Josephine King. He had 4 children with the 2 women Margaret, Colonel Jr., so on and so forth. By night, his education, he'd study law and became a law student at La Salle Extension University. Sanders lost his job over a brawl, which actually became a continuing pattern because he'd always lose his job over a brawl when he'd either fight his clients or some other paralegal. Crazy. Here you can see his pieces of mixed chicken with salt, oregano, celery, black pepper, dried mustard, paprika, all that good stuff, etc., etc., etc. Their careers, he managed to earn himself a job at a local gas station in Corbin, Kentucky, where he was able to cultivate and craft his chicken. Where he sold also hams and country hams and steaks. Sounds real delicious. And where he'd actually use a new technique where he'd pan fry and sear his meats instead of actually using other traditional roles of actually making chicken. He also founded his company in 1952 when he franchised a guy named Pete Herman from Salt Lake City, and in Salt Lake City that became the first franchise they opened up. At age 40, Sanders was running a popular Kentucky service station that also served food so popular. In fact, the governor designated the name Colonel. That's actually where he got the name from. He actually didn't earn any ranks in the army. Surprise, surprise. Sanders really enjoyed his public persona. In fact, he even wore the same thing you see him wear on commercials and TVs with the little black tie thing and the white suit on. In summers when it got hot, he wore like a very thin like cotton, but then a thick wool when it got cold in the winter. Corporate degradation, they actually really ruined the gravy. If you actually seen the original recipe, Sanders actually made it way better. You can actually read the quote if you want to stick by right there. I only have a little 20 seconds, so do it what you will. He became a face of the franchise. Harlan was regarded one of the most iconic fast food franchise mascots of all time, along with McDonald's and the Taco Bell little Chihuahua. They don't even show anymore. And the McDonald's, Clyde Ronald McDonald. So on and so forth. By the time Sanders was dead, there were an estimated 6,000 KFC outlets in 48 countries worldwide with $2 billion, 6.1 billion today of sales annually. This guy was a legend. He created a great restaurant, had a great idea. Hoping to become that one day myself. There's also this little thing, this little urban myth in Japan, where a professional baseball league developed an urban legend of the curse of the Colonel. A statue of Colonel Sanders was thrown into a river and lost during the 1985 celebration, and according to legend, the curse has caused the team to actually perform poorly ever since. Colonel Sanders was also involved in a lot of philanthropy, as you can see right here, with the Colonel Harlan Sanders Charitable Organization and the Harlan Sanders Family Care Centers he opened up in the hospital just in Corbin, Kentucky. Very generous man. In his final days, Colonel Sanders was diagnosed with acute leukemia in June of 1980. He also died in a Jewish hospital in Louisville, Kentucky of pneumonia on December 16th, 1980. He was only 90 years old at the time. He lived a great life and a long and happy life. That's it for the actual project. Thank you for sticking around. I'm hoping I can actually get an A on this project. I did my best. Thanks, and see you sometime soon.